What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. This is Zach Brinker with AlphaEnergyMethod.com. In today's video, I want to talk about my experience doing 75 hard after failing 3 times. Kind of giving you guys a story behind that. What my thought process were. What I was like enduring during that time, and how everything kind of played out, and what are my goals and what do I want to do like moving forward, and what are my plans? Do I want to continue with the Live Hard program or not? So let's go ahead and dive right in, guys. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe, leave me a like, click that notification bell, and it should be in the right hand corner. And let's go ahead and dive right into today's video. So for those of you who aren't following me on like social media, on my Facebook or Instagram, Zachary.Brinker, Facebook Zachary Brinker, that's where primarily my journey was documented. And over, the challenge, before this even started, I was the guy who was like bashing the fuck out of it. I was the person who was talking a lot of trash, and this was, I didn't know where this was coming from. It was more so like I was always the guy that was like thinking that, this is, not sustainable and all this other stuff and blah, 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 blah. And I was trying to go against that. And I was like, I did that for a while. And then the more and more I started seeing people doing it, and I started listening to other people's stories, it just had like a moment during that occurred for me that I was just like, you know what, man, I need to kind of like double down and do this. And at the time that I did obviously accomplish this, I think during that phase, it was actually obviously, COVID at its peak. And, I needed to really get tougher mentally. And so when I looked at it from that lens and not as a physical challenge, I don't know why I was looking at it as a physical challenge, even though I knew it was a mental challenge. Like I still was viewing it as that. And then when I looked at it as that, I was like, okay, it's something that's going to benefit me. I need this in my life. And so when I attacked it the first time, knowing what I needed to accomplish and, why this was going to be beneficial for me, the first time was, I think I was like 10, 15 days in, and I failed. The second time I failed. The third time, I failed. And I was just like, well, shit, I might as well just go back to what I was doing. And so I think for some people who if they go through that, like if you're probably watching this and you probably failed numerous times, or you probably, failed a lot in life, you're probably thinking like, damn, like this is difficult and I don't know if I can do this. And that's what I was honestly thinking the whole time in my head. It was like, fuck, bro, I don't think I can accomplish this. But what really got me going, what really got me in the right direction, was knowing why I was doing that. Like knowing why I had to accomplish this goal. And it was a really like, it was like a huge awakening for me. And as like the days progressed, like as like, we went through each day in the program, like each day in the challenge, and like I, was able to beat my previous failed attempt, which was like 20 days. I was like, fuck yeah, man, we're onto something. And as each day, ended, it not only built my confidence up, but I started becoming like so much stronger mentally. Like I started to see things like, I was in like, despite like the pain and stuff that you experience, like, like the soreness, and don't get me wrong, like I've lived a very, very active lifestyle. For those of you who may not know, like I've done like 4 years of track. I did basketball, I did baseball for like 4 or 5 years. I was very competitive, like, growing up in like high school, and like I did like I've lifted ever since I was like, 13, 14 years old. I started working out, but then I started hitting the weights when I was 15. So I lived a very active lifestyle. Like I was always that type of person that was when every time we went to the beach with my family, I was running on the fucking beach. Like I was that guy up at like fucking 5, 6 o'clock in the morning running. And so I had a level of discipline already, but there was things in my life that was causing me to put the brakes on. It was like causing me to halt. I was losing progression. And so when I really dove into this challenge and I went like full force, like all in 100%, and I gave it my all, and I accomplished that goal, it has unlocked a lot of like amazing things for me in my life. Um, how I view it gave me a different perspective and like how I view things, and also like how it just allowed me to like literally have that ability to like knock freaking obstacles over. And this comes from like a book that I've read. If anybody's not familiar with The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. Now I read that book after the challenge was completed. I wish I read that before or during the challenge. But I read that book and it really got me thinking about a lot of things. And how it was like, how that journey was before the 75 hard, how it was during 75 hard, how it was after 75 hard. And I realized that a lot of things that I was doing in my life wasn't pushing me mentally, wasn't testing me mentally. And I realized in numerous instances and numerous, um, opportunities in my life when things started getting harder when I was younger, I quit. When things started getting harder, I tapped out. I didn't go the extra mile. And so it led up to um, a snowball effect of things that happened to me in my life, being 26 years old. And so when I took that challenge on, that was the best thing that happened to me. I've seen so much growth during that challenge and after that challenge than I've ever had before. Um, it's it's weird to explain. Like it's hard to explain unless you actually go in fully and commit to it during the 75 days. But guys, all I can say is during this challenge, like you really start to see things. You really start to like if you have things that you haven't dealt with in your life, if you have like demons in your head, if you have like, like with me, I've had a history of like mental health issues, like, anxiety, depression, some mild PTSD, working, while I was, working in corrections and stuff. And so a lot of these things, they can be excuses and labels to put on ourselves. They can make it easy for us to navigate life and get through life if we give ourselves a name, if we besides and just go about our life. Well, that's fine and all. What I noticed was that instead of justifying things, instead of rationalizing things and saying, oh well, I don't feel good today, I learned how to push through that shit and get through the day. And now it's like it builds that habit. That habit is created. And I continue to do this. So every day, like, I wake up, I do my routine, like, I write it down in this journal. I have everything dialed in. And if everything's not dialed in how I like, at the end of the week, I look at the prior weeks. I look at my, my numbers. I look at all these things I need in any aspect of my life, my nutrition, like the main fundamentals. I look at my life. I look at these things and I assess. And each week gets better because of it, because this challenge allowed me to really positively impact my life in so many ways that I'm extremely grateful for. I didn't realize that this was going to be so beneficial until you do it. It's like, holy shit. And so after the challenge was over, after I completed it, I it was like I kind of told myself, and this made me feel, this was like a really guilty feeling, because I was like, oh well, you know, when the challenge is over, I kind of said like, let me give myself a couple of days to recover, and that's when like things like were like worse, honestly, for me. I gave myself like, you know, a couple of days to recover, and literally asked my friends, like my best friend. I was literally back into it like 3 4 days later, because like it was too much for me. I could not fucking, like, I tried to like not work out for a couple of days and just chill, and I couldn't. I was going insane. I was literally going insane. Like my body was built up to such a tolerance that like I was losing it. And so like I had to go start fucking working out again. And that's when I kind of like transitioned to, I did 30 days of boxing and conditioning prep, where I was like running every other day. I was working out. I was training my abs every day. I was jump roping every other day, and I was working out. So essentially, I was working out every day. You know, doing my main program, my full day 4 day split, upper lower. Really getting my body primed and conditioned, because I want to transition to boxing, and start, you know, really getting more discipline with that. And so things were going well. You know, I finished up the 30 days. Now it's June, and you know, watching people continue to succeed, and you know, I look back at my life, you know, the 75 days and before 75 days, and really assessing things. And I'm like, you know what? I need to continue what I started. I need to finish what I started. You know, it's not good enough for me to just do one thing. It's not good enough for me to just do 75 hard. I gotta fucking finish the whole fucking thing. I gotta complete it all. I gotta do it all. And so now that I've made a commitment for myself to like post regularly on YouTube like every day, like my goal is to like, you know, get 100 videos and then see where things are at. Right now, I think as you're watching this, this will be probably number 20. So I really want to just do more and push myself. And so I'm getting back into, if you're watching this, this is my special announcement. I'm getting back into the Live Hard program. And so it's on my phone. I kind of like just like put it off for like a month, but you know, focusing on conditioning and everything like that, just really focusing on, you know, other things. And I lost that, man. I like, I wanted to like really amp things up now, because it's like, it's not that like, you know, like when you do something, you don't realize how beneficial it is, like at this level, until you stop doing it. So starting Monday, which is tomorrow, this is Sunday Eastern time. Tomorrow, bright and early, we're starting the Live Hard phase 1. Which is going to be the 30-day challenge. So I'm excited. I can't wait to keep busting ass and keep, you know, excelling in my life, and allowing this to kind of bring, you know, opportunities my way in other areas of my life, because I don't want to ever, you know, run away. I want to keep facing these obstacles. And this is the journey that everyone should be going on. This is the journey that everyone should be going on, no matter what their situation. I promise you guys, this will tremendously help you, like it did me. You know, and to share you a brief story, um, how impactful that this was for me is, you know, before this time, you know, like I was facing evictions, you know, the year before. I barely had food. Um, and I've been in like very, very low spots in my life. So when I did this challenge, I was like, sky's the limit. I have so much abundance. Like my mentality is so fucking laser focused that if I don't do something, I notice it, and I know how to pivot very quickly and get to the desired result that I need to get that I need to accomplish. And so my recommendation for everybody that's watching this is, you need to go all in. You need to accomplish this. You need to try this. I know it may seem scary. You may doubt this. You may think it's a bunch of bullshit, but I'm telling you, you need to do it. Because once you do it, at the end of the 75 hard, at the end of if you do the whole thing, which you should, because like I'm going to do it, you're going to be a different person mentally. You're going to be at a whole different level mentally. You're going to look at obstacles like it's a fucking cakewalk. I look at obstacles like it's a game now. It's a very clever game. How can I level up? How can I beat this guy before I get to the next level? That's where I'm at right now. See, 75 hard allowed me to beat my previous level, and now I'm continuing to level up more rapidly. I could see things more rapidly. I can feel things. I can get to desired results in different places more efficiently because I am able to do the necessary work consistently, and I can cut out a lot of bullshit. I keep my life very simple. You know, I don't do a lot of extravagant things. I don't focus on a lot of extravagant things. I don't do a lot of fancy any of that stuff. I live a simple minimalistic life. You know, I keep it simple. As you can see, if you're watching this, this is a studio apartment. I don't give a shit. I like to keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid as a motto I live by all the time. Um, am I hurting now financially? No. I'm in a completely different spot financially because I was able to really lock in on the most important thing for me, which was my mindset. And I felt like I was able to cross a different path because of it now. And it's made the journey so much more enjoyable. So I'm telling you guys, if you're watching this video, you need to go for it. Go all in. You know, fuck the haters. Fuck what everybody else is saying. If anybody's saying it's a bunch of bullshit, trust me. I know. I'm the one that said it too. Just do it. Just do it because you're going to be so much more. You're going to be so much more appreciative of the results of how you feel of something that you were able to accomplish. And guess what? That small accomplishment, that small achievement that you gained from a challenge is going to build so much momentum on everything else in your life. You got to start small. So if you're trying to be a millionaire, you got to start small. So doing things like this is going to get you to that result or wherever you want to be so much easier because you are starting small. You're priming your body, you're priming your mind. And this is what I had to do. I had to really dial in my mind and like continue to push myself. I love fucking challenges now. I love it. I love it. I'm that crazy guy. That's why you guys see me every other day. I'm outside jump roping. You know, I walk miles a day. Like I walk 3 to 5 miles, if that, a day, and that's not even my workout. Like I just love moving. I love doing more. I love pushing the boundaries. If I find that I'm not organizing something good, how can I get organized? How can I be more efficient? If I feel like my energy is off for the day or my energy is off for the week, I look at my journal, which is something that is very valuable. It's a very valuable asset for me. If I lost this journal, it's worth so much money to me because the amount of data I collect, and I have other journals for other things, and the amount of data I collect, it allows me to get feedback in my life and see where things are at and see where I need to improve and see what I need to tweak and make the necessary adjustments so I can keep moving forward, because that's the only direction I'm going, is forward. I'm not going backwards. I'm going forwards. And so with that said, guys, comment down below if you're wanting to take part in the 75 hard challenge, or if you have completed the 75 hard challenge. That's awesome. And if you are going to do any of the other phases, because I'm going to be starting the phase 1, which is the 30-day challenge tomorrow, which is going to be Monday. So if any of you guys want to take part and participate with me, if you want like a collaborative team of people, especially you guys in sales, if you guys want to all collaborate and you want to do it together, let's fucking do it. Let's get together. Let's do it. Let's, hold each other accountable. I'm willing to do it with or without you guys, but if you guys want to do it, let's fucking do it. Let's get together. Let's really push each other. Let's get to the next level, and let's show people that this is possible, that doing the hard shit is what we have to do. Tough times makes tough people. And the best thing I could get from anything that happened with COVID is nothing but positivity. And aside from people, unfortunately losing their lives and stuff like that, that's very unfortunate and that's very sad. I show a lot of empathy for that because I had family members who were very, had a lot of like, complexities with like, illnesses and different things like that. So I was always worried about my dad because he had so many different things going wrong. So I'm glad he's never gotten sick. But aside from that, let's throw that out there. Take that out of the equation. I'm so grateful that COVID happened because it allowed me to wake up and take action consistently every day. And it got me to this point in my life. And we're just getting started. We're just getting started. So with that said, guys, I'm going to be starting the Live Hard 30-day challenge tomorrow on Monday. And I look forward to documenting it, my journey with you guys. So over the next 30 days, I'm going to be doing my regular content, on my social media. And periodically, at least like once a week, I'll probably do a video probably on Sundays on the Live Hard challenge up until, completion, and just kind of give you my thoughts for the week, what's going on in my mind, what I'm thinking, and what I've been doing, what I've been implementing. And if you find that helpful, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and follow me along this journey, or if any other part of the journey you want to follow me on. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I look forward to talking to you guys in the next video. Peace out.